Hello, you are listening to Talking Through the Hat, the number one rated podcast by me. Please enjoy the show. That was good, wasn't it?
It's a truly glorious intro we have now.
But now we need to do an upper class show talking about various sporting events such as fox hunting and such like. And
That's a
I
good
don't know.
point.
Legal.
If someone's new to the show, they're probably thinking that we're upper class now.
Chris, you need to bring the class down a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah. You're all fucking wankers if you're listening to this.
There we go.
We're back to normal now. And breathe.
So,
Just out of interest, where did you get that sound clip from?
it's me. I have all them instruments in my house. I do a one man marching band. You can come and see me if you live near Hampshire. I don't really do a one man march. I'm not even sure if that's possible. Well, you get the people, don't you? Have the drums and shit, and they have
try.
like the things I need to get one of them. I don't know, because they don't just have one instrument, do they? They have like loads tangled them. They like have a flute coming out of their like
Attachments everywhere.
yeah, they got like drums on their back when they walk. They got like a piano in front of them. They got a fucking keyboard coming out of their armpit. You know, they're
And the
very
bells on the
talented
ankles.
people. Yeah,
There's always
they're,
bells on the ankles.
they're very talented. I'm not going to pretend I'm like them.
What are we talking about here? I kind of just zoned out.
I don't know.
Talk about
A
how
marching band.
he's a one-man marching band. Or how he isn't.
Do we want to get straight to the email so we can sort of plug
Yeah,
the
that's what we
email
usually
quick?
do. We usually do our emails. So
We
let's-
plug our email constantly.
If you're a new listener, you'll notice that the whole point of this podcast is we just come on and talk crap about anything we want to, really. And pretty much what it ends up being is something to do with the email that we've been sent, or various things that when we interrupt people saying previous stuff, we basically go from thin air, sort of thing.
Yeah, there's like
We
no
talk
prearranged
through-
script other than
We
Yeah.
talk through our hats, basically. We talk through our hats.
Well, our microphones, but you know, we wear hats.
We talk through our hats, which are next to our microphones on our computers.
Well, you did say you
Hats
put
on.
your hat on your microphone, didn't you, Chris? So
Yeah, that's what we needed. We need to buy top hats that we stick on our microphone.
so you really can talk through the hat.
Puns United.
Puns.
Pun.
Anyway,
Oh, I
if you
thought you
want
said
to
hunt.
First email.
If you want to send us an email, send it to talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. That's exactly spelt like it sounds, no spaces, just talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. What is it, Adam?
Talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. What is it, Brett?
Talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com.
There we go. Now you know our email, so what's your excuse?
Oh,
Okay, our email from someone by the name of... Wait, what's their name again?
Steve Harry.
Is it Harry? I think no, it's Steve Henry, not Steve Harry.
Okay.
But yeah, do you want to read your email? I'm hoping you kept note of it when I send it to you.
I've got it.
It's here
I'll read it.
somewhere. Yeah, he reads it.
As you can tell, we're at Talking Through the Hat, a very organised podcast with...
I usually read the email. So.
Yeah, Brett usually reads the email, so I don't really need it.
Hello, guys! There was an exclamation mark, so it's your own fault. Nice show. What would you say was the best points about living in Gosport? Is question mark. There's terrible grammar there, by the way, Steve. You just
We
sort
don't
it
live in
out.
Gosport, so
Yeah, I assumed you listened to the first episode, which is where I said I went ice skating in Gosport, unless you're just a weird man who thinks everyone lives in Gosport, which is slightly odd.
I just love the idea that he's there, and I have a feeling he's like, oh, I'm gonna freak him out by guessing where they live, and he's just got it completely wrong.
I mean,
He's like,
I don't live
Or
there,
maybe
but I
he's
assume
given
the
us,
ice
like-
rink's like a good idea.
yeah, it's near us. You're close, Steve. You just need a couple of towns over.
Yeah, like a fair few miles away.
To be honest, if you do say where we live, we're probably not going to read it out because we're quite obscure about.
Although we have actually mentioned where we live several times on this podcast.
Yeah. But
But
that's the name of the show, isn't it? Like in like 50 episodes time, we can do like tournaments where we're like send an email where we live, and people are sending emails in. They're like Gosport. Then one guy gets it correct and he says Scotland.
Because that'll throw him off the scent.
We've got
Do we really live in Scotland?
It's not like we've got three southern accents. No. We're like William Wallace.
Hello, mate. My name's Adam from AdzProductions, and I'm on
Finally
this
you
weird
live.
podcast.
Did. Falcon Hoof.
It's like
Which
Braveheart.
was taken later.
Brace yourselves.
You jump into the
Freedom!
pit, you fall into a cinder. You're dead.
Anyway, back to the email. We don't live in Gosport, so we don't know the best points about it. To be honest,
Well, the ice rink is pretty swish.
yeah, that's a good point. I've gone and played rugby there loads of time. They got a good rugby team.
They got that beach as well. It's kind of a beach. It's just stones and water.
Also, they have the second busiest road in all of the UK because they have a road that they have one road that leads into Gosport and Fareham and one road that leads out. There's no other way to get in. So they've also got the second busiest road in the UK. They have our nuclear facility there. So if you actually go to Gosport, you'll see there's a nuclear facility just full of army soldiers protecting it. The Royal Marines actually, so expect. But yeah. So if you're a terrorist and you want to steal some nuclear weapons, Gosport's the place.
Once again, teaching terrorists how to attack our country.
Talking through the hat, giving you the best terrorist tips around. We don't.
Because we don't actually just talk about shit. We just give plans to terrorists during the show. That's all we do.
That's
Just really subtly.
not really We're not really subtle about it, are we?
We just discuss how to get past the sound turrets in London.
Yeah, and we spoke about the best place to do terrorist attacks was the Olympics 2012. That's like a part of our show. That's like a segment. It's
not a segment. We're not being. We're not even going to be associated with it.
I don't know.
Here comes the fun police.
It's like Adam Buzzkill over there.
Buzzkill.
It's like, come on, Adam. Why won't you let us support terrorism?
Well, the point of the Olympics was if you're flying a plane, which is what a SAM's going to hit out of the sky, then the rubble.
I'm sorry, but those SAM things are going to get messed up if they come and take on us. They really are. No, not SAM things. The other way around. The SAM things are going to be doing the messing up.
That's exactly the point. Because if the plane blows up, it's going to fly everywhere, like the debris, and kill people.
More people are going to die.
Blown up, they get
more
fucked
people are going to die than if a plane hits somewhere, it's a small precision area. Okay, then a SAM site hitting it about 1,000 meters into the air, so metal blows up and it spreads all over London.
But I thought the whole point of this SAM turret is it can't shoot long range. It's only short range. So surely by the time the person actually sees they've got SAM turrets, they're going to be like, oh well, we'll just go down. It's fine. Because they're going to be over
the news. Stupid idea.
No, but they already are short range. They're not long range, are they? They're SAM missiles.
Well, they can be.
They've got a good few kilometers on them.
Yeah, but if they were long range, they'd need momentum behind them, which would destroy the building that they're on. So how's that work?
That's what people have been complaining about them.
Yep.
They won't destroy the building now, and it doesn't use that much.
Long range ones do.
Because remember, what a SAM missile? It's a rocket. It's a rocket.
Long
so
range would be
the
like out of the
pressure it gets
country.
is when it shoots. Yeah, our long range SAM missiles can pretty much end up in France if they wanted to. Not that we've got any plans to do that, so.
They're totally not.
Don't get scared, France. Put your white flag down. That's all you need to get France to surrender. You just got to tell them you're planning to attack. I'm joking.
Now I've got a way of putting audio in the podcast. Is there anything you want me to?
We should get sound bites. We should go and get like the.
No, I mean like anything you want to play, so we can talk. Like we'll play it, then all listen to it, then talk about it. Because that might be sort of.
We haven't finished the email yet. Come on,
get on with it, man.
Also,
come on, it's like 10 minutes in.
We were talking about the Gosport. Yeah, we don't live in Gosport.
Yeah. We've already said Gosport's got a good skiing place. It's got a ice skating. It's got a good
good nuclear facility down there.
It's got a busy road, and it's got a good rugby team. That's it. Let's go to the next section because it's all about me.
Dear Chris, if a virus was to be released that turned people into zombies, brackets stupid but fast, close parentheses, what would be the best plan of action?
Look at you and your little English foundational skills.
Interesting.
I know. Skills. Fantastic, isn't it?
So we've now been brought back into terrorism. Terrorists have left.
Straight away. This is if a virus to be released.
Yeah. So terrorists have released a virus that turns people into zombies. What should you do? Weirdly, but funnily enough, you should do what the army tell you to do, because the army have been prepared for a chemical and a biological attack, which includes a zombie attack. The way they do it is, I don't know the whole plan, because it's obviously very sort of secretive, because they don't really want terrorists knowing their plan of action. But there's a tactic where they quarantine an area, they go to the next, they quarantine the next area. So it's just a series of quarantines will be set up. So the best idea for you to do is get yourself to a quarantine area. Don't do any of this like Left 4 Dead bullshit where you're sort of running through the town with like Uzis and shit and you're just killing zombies. That's retarded.
Implying you could find a gun in the UK, that'd be
Yeah.
part of the army. Or a chav.
Yeah, you won't have much luck. You could get a baseball bat, I guess. It's not like Shaun of the Dead. Oh, it might be. Maybe you could just pretend you're a zombie.
Or just get a cricket bat and a shovel. Just set.
Just
Get onto the Winchester, get a pint,
go to the
all
pub.
blow over.
That's another thing. If you don't want to go to the quarantine area, because you're going to die, just go to the pub. Have a last pint. Or last meal, get some steak and kidney pie, some chips, and a beer.
And then kill yourself.
I'll just go down to the Winchester and wait for it all to blow over, to be honest.
But it doesn't blow
That's
over, does
true
it?
to
Because
say.
the zombies get in. They get fucked in that movie. The army has to save them.
But it does blow over, and they're in the Winchester and it happens.
But there's a minor bump in the way.
Yeah, most of them dying.
So anyway, pretty much the tactic is, young Steve, if there's a zombie invasion, wait until the army comes, go to the quarantine area, follow army regulations.
What before that?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming the army are going to be pretty fast action. They're not going to be like, oh, let us finish our tea and stones before we go against the army invasion.
Say in theory, right, the virus gets released around the coastline all around the country. Yeah?
Yeah.
The army can't deal with that happening all over the place. So I assume they can't. All at once. So it's going to be some time before the army comes and solves and quarantines your little area. So what do you do in the meantime?
They'll do it in times, they would. Because obviously the army won't be able to go to villages and stuff straight away. So it'll probably start off with cities and local towns. You wait. You're going to have to halt off, Like if you just lock the doors in your house, you could probably stay in your house for like a couple of days before your food runs out.
Implying there aren't massive windows on most houses that can break.
But can they?
My windows got bricked the other year.
Yeah, but zombies aren't that. Remember,
that's
you
what
said
happens in
stupid
Millbrook.
zombies.
Yeah.
Zombies aren't going to start throwing bricks for your window. What do you think
No,
these
but
are?
they're going to keep smashing on the window, aren't they?
These are brain-eating zombies, Brett. These aren't yobs, These aren't some.
I'm not saying they throw a brick at the
kids
window. I'm saying they could punch the window or slam on the window.
Yeah, but
Break
if
it.
they don't know you're in, I'm not like. Don't turn the telly on and start listening to some like music channel full blast. Like, zombies are outside looking for people to eat, and you've just got dubstep on. You got wub 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 going on in your house. Be smart. Keep sound off. Harvest food and wait for the army.
Harvest some food.
Harvest some food.
Fucking where?
I mean on Facebook. I mean on Farmville. Yeah. You need something to take time over, don't you? So just go on.
I keep the stress levels quite low just by playing Farmville.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sunday.
zombies. Pretty weird. Chance starts not to happen. Or is it? We never know.
Or
but
is it?
there's your
One.
This has the Christopher Burt approval on it, Steve. This is the Christopher Burt guide on how to survive a zombie invasion. I've given it to you. You can write it up and you can release it to the masses.
It'd be a very short book, wouldn't it? Just the title, Christopher Burt survival zombie thing. First page, listen to the army.
Yeah,
End of book.
Tragedy.
New York
I'm
Times
assuming
bestseller.
someone must have. I bet someone has written a book that's like 500 pages long, and it's just full of loads of tips in case a zombie attack does happen.
Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks.
Oh.
Totally don't own it.
I totally don't read it every night. That's what you want then, Steve. Who wrote the book?
Max Brooks, I think. I'll check. But it's called The Zombie Survival Guide.
Okay, you want to buy that book, then you want to burn it because that book speaks bullshit. I just gave you the best survival guide you need.
Yes, Max Brooks.
Yeah. Burn that
So
book.
you say it speaks bullshit. There is a lot of information, even if it's just normal terrorists attacking, that are quite dumb.
Oh.
Lots of survival stuff in there as well. It's really quite good.
Do you actually have the book?
Yeah.
Give us an extract.
Yeah, give us some tips.
I have to go find it, so we'll be back in a second.
Go.
Yeah, go. Me and Adam will hold the show. So, yeah. zombie terrorism. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? If the terrorists can do any sort of
Actually,
terrorist
Brett,
attack, I think that. What?
oh, we'll go back to that conversation. But if you want to get a break, you know what we can do?
What?
We can just play intro again because its music lasts for ages, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, so everyone can hear it for
So
ages.
okay, guys, thanks for listening for the first bit. We're gonna go take a break for about 2 minutes and then come back when Brett's back. So see you in a minute. Come on. There we go.
Hello, you are listening to Talking Through the Hat. The number asked by me. Please enjoy the show. This is part 2. Eat shit and die. I've got balls of steel.
Oh, here goes. Right.
Oh, he's back. You're supposed to say when you're back, Brett, so he can.
Sorry, I just.
Okay, and we're back.
Sorry.
So, Brett.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
You can't.
But-
You didn't find it.
No.
So you're telling me we put the show on hold, we put the
know.
introduction on, we put a full loop of music on, and you haven't found it.
Pretty much. Fantastic, isn't it?
You're a terrible person.
But what I am willing to do, right, out of my own pocket, to not only generate some emails, also to give Steve. Is it Steve? Steve Henry. Yeah. The information he needs.
Are we sure it's Steve Henry?
Well, you said it was Steve Henry.
I think it's Steve Henry, so yeah.
Steve Henry, right.
That's a ridiculous name, Steve. What type of last name is Henry?
Anyway.
Horrid Henry? Are you disrespecting Horrid Henry?
Yeah, but his
Really
last
now?
name isn't Henry, is it? That's his first name, isn't it?
It's his title, then it's his name. So Horrid Henry. So technically, yes. It's on documentation as Horrid Henry, so screw you. Don't disrespect Horrid Henry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Moving on.
Anyway. I think we should do a competition. I'll buy the book, another copy, and the person who sends in the best email by next week, I will then send off the book.
Draw
Them.
a zombie. The best drawing of a zombie on paint sent to us would receive.
Yeah, that's the challenge. If you're listening to this right now, no matter where you are, open up Paint because the chances are you'll be on your computer or near one. So go on to Paint. Obviously, now to get to Paint, you're not that retarded. But anyway, go to Paint and draw the best picture of a zombie you can in Paint. It has to be in Paint. Even
No,
though
no,
there's
that's
no,
fancy
even,
Photoshop shit.
even though there's no way of proving that. Anyway, yeah, I'm not giving anyone any ideas. But yeah, send us a picture of a zombie to talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com, and the best one will win the book from Brett, and he will send it to you. Preferably, we want entries from
We also want
somewhere in the
also-
Middle East, so it costs him a fortune to send it, and that'll be funny as hell.
Sounds
So
funny.
Yeah. If you're from the Middle East, we want you.
just
You-
be
you-
from
you-
some really remote place that you have to get on a boat, then a ferry, then like
Yeah.
a bicycle.
We could just use that to get emails, but now we're just going to get pictures of zombies.
If you're from North Korea, you know, we want you to send.
He also says if you make the best picture of a dog and send it to him, he will go there personally out of his own pocket. He will pay for a plane
Yes,
ticket
yes, clearly.
and
This-
go
this is
there and
happening now.
drive
Yeah.
to your house and give it to
Picture
you,
of a zombie dog, and Brett will come and deliver the book personally.
and then read a short story in his voice.
Terms and
Terms and
conditions
conditions may apply.
will be listed in the description.
See site for details.
But yeah, so there's a competition for you lazy fuckers. So get on Paint. and
Draw a
start.
zombie and send an actual email in. Let's do both.
Yeah.
Zombie picture as an attachment, please.
Yes. Well, I'm assuming everyone knew they had to send the
Well,
picture.
no, they could draw the picture in Paint, print screen, and paste it into the message.
You're just making it too complicated now. No one's going to enter this.
Yeah.
We get one email-
No one's
we-
gonna fax us it, are they? Like, no, you don't have a fax number for them to start. You know, or someone's gonna
God, we
actually
do.
personally deliver it to us. Steve's gonna he knows where we live now. You know, he said Gosport. He's gonna be at Gosport of just zombie pictures passing out to people. Like, if you see Chris, can you give this to him? Chris. I'm
Where
assuming.
are
he's
you,
gonna say
Chris?
that.
I miss
yeah.
you. Please
I
come
miss
back
you
to
too,
Chris.
Steve. Yeah. That's a nice competition for you. Send it in. If you want to get extra points, draw a picture of me. You probably don't know what I look like. Imagine from my voice what I look like. Imagine.
That won't end well. Oh, it'll just be like an ego. With a mouth on it. Not sure how you draw an ego, but it's like a cloud of swirly things.
Yeah. If you need some tips of what I look like, Conan the Barbarian, a bit like that.
Minus
Uh,
the muscles.
no, plus the muscles.
It's,
Uh,
it's minus. It's minus.
I am Arnold. I'm not really going to say his last name. It's too hard.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, very good, very good. Cheers, Steve. Uh, Steve Hemway. Change your last name. What the fuck's wrong
Congrats,
with you
Steve.
and your
You've cost me
family?
money.
You've started a competition up, Steve. It's madness, isn't it?
It truly is.
Madness.
Next time I have to
Okay,
like cake or something. Fucking cake.
cake. Oh, that'd be a good competition. If it was cake, then I'm just gonna like make an email address up and just win cake, and just hope you don't notice when you're sending it to my address.
If you want cake, I'll make you cake. It's that simple.
I want cake.
See, friends get. I'll say friends get benefits, but that is not what's happening.
You know, I'll give you a quick reach around. You give me a cake. uh,
That is no,
hand
no.
job for cake. That's an
That is
easier
one.
way to get
That
some
is
egg,
one
isn't
way
it?
to not get a cake.
You sure? You can use half the ingredients. You know, you don't need to use eggs if I just give you a reach around. Oh, that's very disgusting, but funny. And that's what we master.
What human wit.
It's not really wit, is it? That's just being crude.
I know, right? Yeah.
I
There's
know,
no
right?
intelligence.
Yeah. Cool.
Taylor out.
Made Ash cry of laughter. It's glorious.
No one knows who Ash is. You can't
No,
just
no one
say
knows.
that.
Fine. I made someone cry of laughter this week. It's glorious. That's all you need to know.
He's like a hero of comedy.
I'm a true saint. I'm the hero the city deserves. And
Yeah.
the city being comedy.
Uh, yeah, you're definitely no Batman, but Batman's parents were killed, so do you really want to be Batman?
Not really. No.
I don't know, that's like the job everyone wants to be when
I
they're
mean, if
kids.
that's like the trade here, like my parents can die, and I just be Batman of
The thing is,
comedy.
though, when you're a kid, okay, and you're in class, you know, everyone's in a circle. It's you know, it's not old class. It's like kindergarten. Well, not kindergarten. What do we call it? Reception over
Preschool.
here. Yeah, you're all in a circle, and the teacher goes, "What do you want to be when you're older?" You always got the typical ones. You know, one of it's superhero. The problem is, no one actually grows up to be a superhero. So they're all
Power
fucking
Ranger.
disappointed already because they've realised they don't actually get superpowers. You get the other people who've watched James Bond, and they're like, "I want to be a spy." Uh, they're all at preschool though. You know, you need qualifications to be a spy, so they're all cut out. Their lives are ruined. Others are like, "I want to be a vet." Uh, everything you touch is eventually going to die, so they're going to end up depressed. uh,
Wow.
then you
That
get the
is...
weird kids like me, and you know, I'm in preschool, and they're like, "What do you want to be?" And I'm like, "I want to be a gynecologist." No. But then you realise,
Actually, that's a really pervy job. Like, even people
thing
aren't
is,
joking about it.
you say, "Yeah, I want to be a gynecologist," but like, okay, you're going to spend all day touching vaginas, but the chances are 99% of the vaginas you're touching, you know, they've came to you because they've got a fucking problem. So, you
They've
know,
came to you.
yeah, you're a doctor. You know, women aren't just coming to you and be like, "Oh yeah, do you want to look at my vagina?"
They're gone
And thus.
out the door. They won't turn around now because they're not welcome anymore.
Oh, what was it? Do the room quote.
One, the high mark one.
Yeah.
Just, I, I did not hit that. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I can't remember it then. It's like, I didn't hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. You know, that's from it's from The Room. We should watch it. It is the worst film.
What? The room.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
of all the films,
The room
that
is the
that
worst.
that is the worst one.
I see.
It's funny though, surely because it's that bad.
It's that bad.
It's that bad.
It's not that bad, man.
It is like so bad that there's thousands, literally thousands of videos showing the best bits, which is all just the main guy. I think it's Tommy something, and not actually called Tommy something, like Tommy Wasanju or whatever it was, and it's just him trying to act, and it's just the most awkward thing ever. Like this conversation right now.
We're just trying to wait for Chris to come back, and Chris is back.
Chris is the heart and soul of.
Do you know, Chris, the Twitter is down at this moment.
Or Twitter itself, or our Twitter.
The whole thing, the Twitter is down.
The Twitter is down.
Man,
Save
oh no.
yourselves! Grab the children! Run for the hills! Return to Facebook, please. Oh, social networking.
How does it work? Series of tubes. All of the above.
The net. And people. Oh, ho, ho.
Woohoo! Come on, Chris. Where is he? Oh, right.
So,
Yeah.
once again, we're having technical problems with Chris having the worst computer connection in the world. Well, we had the problem of not having much to talk about, which often happens as well. Really, we should sort problems out, but we haven't done this yet, clearly. So, Adam, what films have you watched recently? Like,
I've watched. What?
I think one film you've watched recently.
What film?
Avengers.
Avengers. Avengers is a terrible movie directed by the worst person ever.
It's because he's wrong. Yep.
I especially like the fact that Superman wasn't included because I think there's some kind of segregation going on right here. And yeah, that's basically it. What's up with that?
What's up with Superman not being in the Avengers?
Yeah.
DC and Marvel being two different things.
Superman have to be in there.
Superman have to be in there.
They have to.
Have to. Well, no, he doesn't have to.
He does. He has to turn up.
It's like, right, Superman, yeah, Clark Kent, all this business.
Why isn't Batman in there either? Why isn't freaking...
It's not the Justice League.
Burnt Face Man. Why can we get Burnt Face Man?
There?
Nope.
No. Live action film with Burnt Face.
And we're back. Sorry for the temporary option. It cut off just when we said, why isn't there a Burnt Face Man thing? So we're back. Yeah, Burnt Face Man would be epic to be in his own
It
movie.
truly would. Because you got piece lips.
And I've just quickly listened over to the recording, and the segue sound effect doesn't really sound that great.
What do you mean segue? The intro, you mean?
Yeah, and the one we used when you were going to go get your book, but you couldn't find because you failed us all.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I think I might have lent to someone. Like a library that I am.
I'm amazing.
I give too much away. I'm
The podcast needs you, Brett. You can't just be giving books away. This is a valuable resource.
I'm sorry, it's like I gave it away like a year ago or something.
Take it back.
Take back the
Go
book.
to his house and grab it and go home.
It's probably just
Not
another
me.
room, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
so that is definitely a thing.
Do we have anything else to talk about? So that is the question.
Yeah, we have loads of things we can talk about.
Do you want to spark some conversation?
I
Did
got
you
a new
get
phone and watch today.
Did I get the
Yesterday.
what?
I got a new phone and watch yesterday.
What phone?
It's the Rio 2 or the Rio II. I can't.
Not interested. Next. What watch did you get?
I'm not sure it's a Ben Sherman one though.
Not interested. Okay, fair enough. Chris, what's new with you?
What's new of me? Not much really. I've applied for a job and I've got an interview, and I'm going to be developing software that's used in air control traffic towers.
In other words, you're going to be sat in a room depressed,
Not
punching
really.
numbers into your keyboard like, I
I'm gonna
hate my
be,
job.
Be programming. I'm going to program shit that keeps airplanes in the sky. So
In other words, you're going to do Visual Basic for stuff that will never be used and just to give you something to do to make it look to be a number on their computer.
they're just going to be giving me money. I don't mind. I can't imagine it's that hard. It's because you just got to type in different values of airplanes.
Yeah, but the thing is, when the job's not hard, it's boring.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't mind. You know, the money's good.
Yeah, but you didn't mind your last job and you quit it because it was depressing because you were doing the same thing.
No. The difference was my last job. I was a salesperson with a phone. That's all I was. I got into the office at 8:30 in the morning. I picked up the phone. Well, I didn't pick up the phone.
And put it back down again at 6 o'clock and went home.
Had a headphone on. And my job was literally, you had a list of numbers in front of me. The numbers went into the PC. Another voice came up on the other side. I was like, "Hello, homing assistants," and I was like, "We'll do it here. We'll do some role play, okay?" Adam, you're the receptionist of a pharmaceutical company that makes like aspirin, okay? And I'm gonna call you up, okay? Ring, ring,
Okay.
ring, ring.
Hello, thanks for calling paracetamol, fruity, medrinium, mycin. How may I help you?
Hello. My name is My name's Chris, and I'm calling from BT Wholesalers.
Oh,
Thanks.
we're not really interested in
No.
phones.
We're not selling you a product. We're just like I said, I'm from BT, so I'm 100% trustworthy. I'm just coming to collect some information about your phone systems at the moment.
I really don't have time for this. Is there any way you can call back later on?
No, look, I'm from BT, so I'm actually working for the government at
No,
the
but
moment.
we're quite busy at the moment, so can you call back
Yeah,
later
but
on?
so are we. We've got 100 phones going on here. No, we just need some details, like what phones
I'm gonna hang up now.
you're
This is
using at the
crap.
moment, and all that information. You can't hang up.
I'm
Like I
hanging
said, we're
up.
from BT. We have your landlines. I'll
I'm
cut you
hanging
off.
up.
You stupid bitch.
I'm hanging up. Bye.
You- I'll come down there and ram your phone up your ass. And that was my job. This
Beep.
was my job. I got in at 8 o'clock, and it was just this conversation again and again and again.
And when did you get fired?
I didn't get fired. I quit. Uh,
Right.
yeah, you naturally get aggressive though when you're that aggressive throughout the day because of the. I'll be at the water cooler. Like,
Fucking bitch.
you would, I'll be at the water cooler, like getting some water and all that. Then like someone would come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, look at your numbers," and you're just naturally annoyed. You're like, "Yeah, look at your head, you fucking cockhead."
Wait, what? They used to say you're not doing very well at the water cooler.
No. It'd be like, "Wow, look at your numbers." And your numbers were good because I was actually very good at the job. They like called me up like 3 times afterwards. That's probably harassment there. No, they called me back up to me to retake the job. They're good at it. There's a certain skill in phoning. The idea is the longer you're on the phone. Well, this is what we got told. The longer you're on the phone, the higher chance you've got to sell. So even if they're like, no, we don't want it. The idea is you've got to keep them on the phone as long as you can in case they change their mind. I don't know why, because it's not like they're going to be like, no, we don't want the product. And
Then
you're,
also,
you're like,
then
no,
also,
you want the product. And they're going to be like, wait, right, yeah, we do want the product.
I'm hanging up now. No, stay on for 2 more seconds. We're gonna sell it if you stay on for 2 more seconds.
It was complete bullshit. And the thing is, okay, I was selling phones to companies, okay. What do I have to do to sell them the phone? I've got to fucking call them up. What does that prove? They've got a phone system in fucking place. If I can call them, they have a working phone. So I'm calling them up and I'm like, "Do you have a working phone over there?" They're like, "Yeah, we do." Well done. It's like, how many phones do you currently have in? That's another question because these companies they don't work like operate in one building. Like we'll call up a real estates and they have buildings across the south UK, and we're like, how many phones do you think you need? And remember, the person we're asking is just a receptionist. So you're like, how many phones do you have? And they're just like, and it's a moment of stupidity here with some receptionists because they'll just start like counting in their head like 1, 2, and you can like hear them like mouthing counting, and like they'll be going for like 20 seconds, and it just ended with them going, "I'm not too sure. I don't know." Then you ask them questions like, "What type of phones are you using?" And they're like, "Sorry, I wouldn't have a clue about that." And it's like, it's kind of on your phone because like the phone you've got in your house, it has like BT written on it, or like Binatone, or Systech, or Simon's. You know what I mean? The brand
Yeah.
is actually on the phone. So you ask him, "What's the brand of the phone?" And they're like, "Sorry, I'm not the type of person who would be able to." It's what, you don't have fucking eyes? It's on your phone. See, this is my point. I'm getting mad now just thinking about the job. This is how annoying the job was, and this was a constant.
Don't drop the name of the place, by the way.
I can't. It's You have the mobile phone department as well. They're coming out, and it's like the company's organised in a weird way where we're just selling normal phones. However, the mobile phone department gets their sales through us, but we can't mention the mobile phones. But they're coming out to us and they're like, "Have you sold any mobile phones?" It's like we can't mention it. They don't know, because they tell you the people go, "Don't mention the mobile phones because we don't make as much money from it. Just mention the landlines." And then like half an hour later, you get the people coming out going, "Have you sold us any mobile phones?" And it's like we're not allowed to mention it. They don't know we're fucking selling it. You know, it's the biggest con ever. That.
So, Brett, do you want to rant about past jobs or role you had to be
You
in
can't.
place of?
You've not had a job that bad.
Yes, I have actually. Go on, Brett. You go.
I've only had two actual jobs. One was working at a corner shop, which wasn't that bad, and another one is working at St Mary's Stadium, which
In
is
Gosport.
in Gosport, which is where it clearly is. And I pick up the rubbish after the game, and they're all messy fuckers. Simply put,
Still.
still, you're also
Oh,
illegal
nice.
bastards breaking all the laws, all of the laws. Right? There's a sign in every little like alcove bit saying, "Do not bring alcohol past this point." I have found full cans of Strongbow on the stands and seats. I found empty bottles as well. And I found cigarettes, unopened boxes of them as well. It's like, why bring them there and leave them behind? It's fucking retarded. Okay.
Not the best
The
job
worst
ever.
thing I found though has been used condoms. Not one, but three.
What, a football fucking stadium?
Yeah.
That's cheerleaders gone wild there, isn't it?
Yes, clearly. Pretty sure we don't have cheerleaders though.
Don't they?
No.
No, Chris. Clearly, you've never been to a
More
football match.
concerning.
Not like since being 5 year old and going like with my father. Why would I?
Bruh.
You know,
I
it's
think
on
it's
telly.
next to one of them was like £5 in euros.
Who's taking euros to you? Like,
I don't know. And it confused the fuck out of me. And I had to pick
free
it up.
money. Wait, it's fake money. We can't use it here. You can't use it anywhere,
But
But
actually.
you can get exchanged for actual money.
What,
For
£5?
legal tender.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but £5 ain't really worth changing, is it? That's like a couple of quid.
Well, yeah, but still.
There's no real point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing.
What's
Alright.
your bad job then
I
you
pick
talk
up
about?
used condoms and shit.
Working at a university,
Oh,
basically, it was the
fine.
most depressing job ever.
No, come on. You was cleaning up a university. Brett's job's worse than that. He was picking up used condoms.
Okay,
think
fine.
that's
It
right.
wasn't as bad as those two, but still. Anyway.
My job was like 12 hours a day on the fucking phone talking to people who are aggressive, myself getting aggressive because they're aggressive. You know, my job has more aggression in it. You know, being a phone salesman has more aggression in it than being a fucking like a boxer. You know, being a boxer. You know,
I think you're over exaggerating.
I'm not.
Hyperbole,
Look at me.
please.
I'm getting
Or
angry
comment
just thinking
you.
about that job. That's how bad the job was.
Not denying it's bad, but I don't think it's more stressful than being a boxer. Because
You'll be
some
surprised.
massive guy is going to be laying into your face. So,
If these people could actually fucking see your face, they'd probably be laying into it. That's how pissed off people got when you called them sometimes. Some of the companies we had as well were just like home companies, what we wouldn't even sell to. But we'd just be like calling up someone's house. It'd be like, oh yeah, Carpenter and Son, John the Carpenter or something like that. And you'd be like, be ringing this guy up, and you know, like I got in the
John the
office.
Carpenter.
Yeah, and I'd be like, yeah, it's
Alright,
John
John.
there.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
that's what I was like.
Want a bath, phone?
You've got to be casual too, you know. So
No, I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine, thanks.
you're not like professional on their phone, like, yeah, it's Chris, you know, because they teach you to be casual. So like, you call people up, and it's weird because you've got like the person's name who you asked for. So you're like, oh yeah, hey, is Mickey there? And they're like,
Mickey.
that's it. You got to be real. You're like, oh hey
Is
Mickey.
Mickey the Hat there?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Mickey, can you remember I called you last year about the phones? And like Mickey just gets on the phone. He's like, yeah, I told you last week, mate. We don't want any phones. And you're like, yeah, I know that. I'm just, you know, you might have changed your mind from last week. It's like, I'm not going to change my mind in 1 week about the phones, mate. You know, stop calling me. It's like, okay, Mickey. I'll speak to you next week, Mickey. It's like, if you fucking call here again, I'm going to come and kick your fucking ass. Okay, Mickey, speak to you next week. Bye. Beep.
Oh, Mickey loves
what-
you.
That's what most of the conversations are like, though. It's, you know, you don't take the phone numbers off your database. You just, you know, you put it in, you know, because it auto calls them up. So you know, if you call someone up and they're like, no, we don't want it. You're like, okay then. So they're like, don't ever call us again. You're like, oh, okay then. Yeah, we won't call you again. You put the phone down, and you type a letter into the keyboard, and it'll stick that phone number at the bottom of the list. So next time you've redone this list, you know, so like a couple of days later, it'll be like, oh, hello, Shelley again. Yeah, it's me, Chris. I called a couple of days ago about the phones. We just wanted to know if you've changed your mind yet. Stupid job. I've sort of taken the role of Dalek this week, haven't I? Just ranting,
Yeah. They're complaining.
complaining.
Whining, whiner.
I'm a whiner. Yeah. Stop whining. That's my Asian impression. Totally not racist.
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. It's funny because when I do that voice, even though this is a podcast, I do my eyes as well. Uh, that's what makes it racist. It's not the voice, it's the eyes. I'm sorry, if you're Asian and you're watching. Uh, so
Listening.
send us a picture in of a zombie. Uh,
Get a
uh,
book.
yeah, get a book about how to survive zombies. So the better you draw a zombie, the better the book. That's not really how it works, is it?
The better you get the book.
We should prepare like other competitions now for like a month's time or something like that. Like in a month's time, we can be like, yeah, send us mail. Maybe like send a used condom in. Whoever has the most semen in the condom, they
No,
win a pack of
no,
20,000 condoms. We're giving
no.
Brett's address because obviously I don't want used condoms turning up at my door. Uh, that'd be a weird contest, wouldn't it? Do you reckon anyone's had that contest?
What? Send in used condoms. Most
Yeah.
semen wins. Surprisingly, no. I don't think anyone has had a competition before.
Send in blood. Whoever can send in the most blood wins. Has to be your own blood. So it's a competition, you know. You have
Yeah,
8
no
pints of
cheating.
blood in your body. You know, you got
Like
eight
those
pints of blood.
kids on Art Attack, whose the older like brother and sister's work, claim it's theirs. It's not the
Yeah.
work of a fucking 5-year-old, mate.
Yeah, don't cheat. We're catchy, you know. The competition is to see how much blood you can get out of your body without dying. I probably shouldn't say that because if someone goes and does that now and actually gets killed, I'll be in trouble. Uh, a lot of trouble. So don't do
Yeah,
it
but
unless you
if
are
the
going to send
Olympics
it to
get
us.
attacked by terrorists, you're in trouble. If gospel gets attacked by terrorists, you're in trouble.
The only
Really?
time I'm in
If
trouble,
anything happens in the world, you're in trouble.
I'm only in trouble if that terrorist ends up being someone called Mickey the Hat. Uh, and he's wearing the official Talking for the Hat podcast T-shirt as he does the attack, and he got his ideas off us. You know, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Like on the news, it's like his accomplices, podcast makers,
Accomplishes.
accomplishes. That's what it is. It's what's the word I'm looking for?
Accomplice.
That's it. It'll just be our mugs showing up on the news. That'd be cool. I've never been on the news before. That's a weird thing. This is one of my like goals in life is to get on TV. I've gone to loads of places now where they've had like TV cameras there and they've just done random recordings, and yet I haven't been on TV. I've been to Crufts like 3 times. That's like the world's biggest dog. That's a weird place to say, isn't it? Yeah, the world's biggest dog tournament like in the world. I've been there 3 times, and every time I've gone there, I've been trying to get on the cameras. You know, I'm just poking my head over like, oh look, there's a dog. You know, camera's pointing at me. You know, and I'll go and watch telly that night. It's like, no, I'm not on there. I went to a gaming convention. You know, the Eurogamer. They had cameras there to go on TV. You know, stuck my head in the camera, and I was like, oh look, there's a game. And you know, went and watched it. I wasn't there. Uh, you know, I was
Yeah,
at the
imagine you
royal
like right up
wedding.
to the camera, grabbing it, looking straight at it, going, sorry, turning your head to the left, going, oh look, a game, and then running off.
Yeah, you know, I was at the royal wedding. You know, as Prince William was about to kiss whatever her name was, I just quickly went, look, there's a royal wedding. You know, all over the place. That's what I'm trying to say. I've tried to get myself in telly, and I failed to do so. And it's the one goal I have in life is just to
Cool.
be on TV. I've applied for game shows. You know, like, loads of British game shows. Haven't got any replies from them yet. Uh, they're
It's
not.
looking
They're
good,
not.
is it?
No, I just want to be in telly. No, I don't even mind if it's just like me in the background of like a news article. You know, they're like it's someone's funeral. Like it's oh, this guy died. They're very famous. This is their funeral. And like I don't mind. I might actually try that because you know it'll make news, wouldn't it, if it's a celebrity's funeral? Then out of nowhere, Christopher Burt appears, only wearing a sock over his cock. That's gonna hit news. That is. That's worldwide news. There. I should have thought about that when Michael Jackson died. Because that's the funeral attack. That's the number one funeral. That was like the biggest funeral lately. Out of all the celebrities still alive, which one do you reckon have the biggest funerals in? It'd be watched by more people on TV.
Um,
I want to say Cal.
who?
Simon Cal. Not because
Oh,
not
don't be
'cause I
silly.
appreciate his life, so glad he's fucking dead.
The thing, how much did
Just watching in disbelief.
Michael Jackson had
Finally dead.
a couple of billion, didn't he? He had. It wasn't as much as.
What happens when Paul McCartney dies?
Oh fucking hell! That's gonna be quite a lot. Uh, that'll be quite good because they can play the song "Live and Let Die." Yeah, we
But
got you there, Paul. You fucking bastard. Everyone would be like, it's the last Beatle. It's the last Beatles died. And then Ringo would just be there like, what the fuck? Why does everyone forget about me? Because that's what everyone does now. You know, you go, Paul McCartney. Oh, yeah, that's the only Beatle left. And there's just Ringo in the background, like, crying, like, why does everyone forget about me? Because no one cares. Because everyone just cared about Paul McCartney and John Lennon, who obviously died from getting shot in the back by Mark Chaplin. I believe that's it. Might be wrong. He even gave the bloke an autograph before he got shot. That guy's a bit of a cunt, isn't it? It's a good tactic though, because that autograph.
Whoa, easy with the C word.
Come on, that was a good tactic.
Just move on.
Because the guy went and shot John Lennon after getting his autograph, so he's now got the last autograph from John Lennon. That's going to be worth quite a bit, isn't it? He hasn't been released from prison yet though, so he can't actually sell the autograph. But when he gets released, I wouldn't be surprised if that autograph ends up on eBay. That could have been the tactic of why he killed John Lennon, because that'd be quite an easy way to make money. Because it's kind of like
Yes, murder and autographs. Easiest money in the world. That.
you get the autograph before you murder him, because then you've got the last autograph ever. It's like John F. Kennedy, when he died, I bet his suit sold for a lot. The suit he got shot in. If they sold it, I'm not too sure he's dead. Because I think that kind of takes the piss when you start selling things like that. It's like, oh, the billet knocked out his tooth. Let's sell that. Oh, let's just sell the body. That could end American national debt. Probably not. They're in a lot of debt, America.
Everywhere is.
Yeah, except North Korea. Good old North Korea. They don't get in debt.
North Korea's best Korea.
Yeah, probably because they're just vicious bastards and they refuse to pay back any money they ever buy. Yeah. They're like, yeah, sure, China, we'll pay you back that £5 trillion. Next day, fuck off, China. We got nuclear weapons. We never said we was going to pay you back. What are you on about? Good old North Korea. North Korea and South Korea just sitting there looking over the border at each other, just like, your move, your move. They're still at war with each other. It's just been some long peace. How much peace do they want? You know, you kind of watch the news and you're like, oh, artillery shells have been hit. They've hit South Korea.
North
Korea
peace,
attacking.
for violence.
I just get
Christian
annoyed.
way.
You get these, like I said, you get news stories where they're like, oh, they sunk their boat. And you're like, yeah, come on, this is it. This is another good war. Then it's like, oh, no. No, they've got peace again.
How dare they?
It's like, come on. It's like when you're at school, you know, two kids are sizing each other up. They're giving each other a bit of a push round. Everyone's like, look, there's a fight over here. You know, kids are running from the other side of the playground to get closer to the fight. You know, the teachers are looking over. They're like, what's going on over there? And the two kids are like, you what? You what? Because that's how a fight starts. And it's just
You what, son? You what?
Yeah, just gently pushing each other like, you what?
Gently pushing each other.
You what? So that's a basic of a fight. Then you're like, come on. Then all of a sudden, one of them's just like, this is stupid, isn't it? And the other one's like, yeah. And they just walk off in different directions. And
I think he's dead again.
So do I.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? But yeah. Did you get in fights when you were in school, Adam?
Not like I remember.
Really?
Hmm?
I got in a shit ton of fights.
With who?
In primary school, Liam, Adam, coincidentally, Jed, which is a really fucking weird name.
No, you want to describe
Jed.
your fights. You got to go through them and describe your fights. So
Okay.
the first one.
The first one I won on the first one I got my ass handed to me.
Whatever.
Okay. First one I got my ass handed to me was in the playground. The guy had been picking on me for ages. I finally had enough of it. So he goes to toss me again. Then I punch him in the face. Now, he's quite big. And I don't mean fat, I mean he's quite built for someone who's...
How old is this?
Well, this was year 4 or 5. So not that old. So I don't get how
Right.
he was that built. The point was,
Right, Chris, he's explaining.
after that, he knocked me to the floor. And the way I tried to get up was really fucking retarded. people have seen martial arts films where the character gets knocked on the floor. They do that weird like back thing where they launch back up onto their feet.
Yeah, they use their hands and they sort of kick their legs up, then launch the
I
hands to
tried
get the legs.
that. I don't know if I just had a spastic fit, which was the most glorious thing.
Was this while fighting?
Yeah.
So loads of people are
This is the
watching you.
first fight I got my ass handed to me. Yeah. This was when I was in year 4 or 5. So I can look back on it and kind of laugh. And kind
Do
of
people
half
still remember you
really
from that
cringe.
guy that did the weird?
I don't remember half the people, to be honest. I know one of them goes to college still.
I can't.
Right, what about the second one then?
Primary school with.
Got to go through all of them. You got
Second one was Jed. Yeah, Jed, which is a weird
Yeah.
name. In the same year. Uh,
This is the year that you just got the shit kicked out of you again and again and again.
oh, I won this one.
This is like, oh, you're a winner on this one.
Yeah.
Ah,
It was on the other side of the school, and there was a chain link fence, and we were fighting. He went to punch me. I dodged, and his hand went through the fence where there's a gap. So his hand's stuck, and he's trying to pull it back through. I'm just punching him in the face, which kind of is a bit unfair, admittedly, but he was a massive dick, so he kind of deserved it. After a while, the teacher came over and broke it up. And
Okay, next.
the third fight, which was in the last year,
Who's
was
that?
it wasn't Jed. What's the
Is it
name?
someone in college?
No, this was in
Right.
primary school still. This was in primary school.
In the last year?
Yeah, this was the last year of primary school.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
I don't remember his name now. He lives around the corner from me though. It's not
Oh.
Jed. It's not Liam. It's not. I'll remember later. It's Naomi. But this was inside of the primary school now, like not at the playground or anything. And there's those horses you have to jump over and like pee and stuff. Not actual horses. Like
I know
the
what you mean, yeah,
gymnastic
yeah.
shit, yeah. Basically I threw him into one of those after he punched me in the face. And he hit his head, fell on the floor, got back up, was quite angry, charged at me with his head down, trying to act like some fucking bull. I moved, he ran into a wall.
what the fuck is this? That's bullshit. That didn't
It's
happen.
really not.
That's bullshit.
You can ask Terry.
What the fuck? Is that like a boss bad guy, is it? It's like, oh, he's running at me. I've got to jump out the way. That's bullshit. This isn't Crash Bandicoot. That did
Doesn't
not
play Crash
happen.
Bandicoot. It really did.
That did not happen. That's bullshit.
Really did.
What, someone ran into
Oh.
a fucking wall and you jumped out the way?
Say I jumped out of the way. I said I moved out of the way. It's a
That's
different.
bullshit. That did not happen.
Right.
The way I can see it in my head is this guy standing 15 meters away from you.
Stop
He sticks his
15.
head down and he starts pretending to run. Then he just starts running at you, and you
They
sort of
started
dive to the
pretending
left.
to run. I said he ran at me with his head down.
This is bullshit. This is straight
He
out of a
went
video
to tackle
game.
me and I moved.
Let me guess. He was 7 foot fucking tall and he was a hippopotamus or some shit.
No,
This isn't right. This is off a video game. I swear.
really isn't.
You
I'll
would
get Terry in next time to prove it. If he's
Yeah.
still alive.
get him on the show. Get this guy on the show.
Well, Terry's not the one I fought. Terry's the one who was there when I was fighting him.
Yeah, Terry.
Yeah.
Sounds like he knows Mickey the Hat. I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Two
Also,
Irish
with the name
names.
Colin as well. So
Oh shit.
yeah, I know.
I remember the first sort of it wasn't really a confrontation. It wasn't really a fight actually. I can remember being in primary school though. I was quite big in primary school, and I had another friend. Happened to be called Jack. He was quite big too.
Is this the Jack I know?
No. It's from primary school.
Okay.
For some reason, all my friends throughout my school life have just been called Jack. I don't know why. I must have some sort of duration to the name Jack. You know, I must be like pulled to it. It's like a magnet just being a guy called Jack. It works well because Chris and Jack, it's a good combo of name. Anyway, the guy's called Jack, and there was a seat thing, like it's a bench. I don't know why I was going to start describing it as something else. It was a bench. It's got no side in it. And I can remember we were sort of jumping over it, like without sort of standing on it, if you know what I mean. So it's just a clear jump over something. And obviously we was only kids, so this bench was quite tall, if I can remember. And we was trying to jump over it. And I can remember it either happened one way or the other, but one of us accidentally hit the other guy in the nose, like as we was jumping. And the other guy was just like, held their nose, and I was like, ow, that hurts. And it's like, really? It's like, yeah. It's like, hit me. And that was the first ever fight I had. It was just me in the school playground. I don't know which way it worked, but someone hit someone in the nose, and I was like, ow, that hurts. The other guy was like, does it? And it's like, yeah. It's like, go on, hit me then. Let's see how much it hurts.
Sounds like
Uh,
Fight Club.
it was. This is how Fight Club began in the playground. Just imagine two kids about 6 years old, and just like, go on, punch me. Talking like that as well. We weren't talking like 6 year olds. We was it was like, go on then, Matt. Go on then, pal. Give me a whack. So yeah, that was fucking hard, mate. Oh yeah, I know what you mean now. That's what we was like. Uh, yeah, I didn't really get in many fights though, because like I said, I was quite big. Primary school. I think I was the biggest person in primary school throughout primary school. So it's kind of like, oh, don't mess with him. He's 7'2". That obviously wasn't my height because I'm not 7'2" now, but I wasn't some 7'2" primary school kid.
Get fucked up if you were.
It's like 7 years old, and I'm just like fucking Mike Tyson crowding over the other kids. Like, all right. Yeah, I was quite tall though. Uh, the thing is, as well, when you're a child, you look at other kids, and they just look bigger anyway. They look a lot bigger. Like, I remember when I first joined secondary school. You're year 7, and year 11s. That's like the highest how old you are. That's about 16-year-old when you join. How old are you when you're in year 7 in England? You're about 11ish, aren't you, or 12?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, so you're there, and these are other kids who are 16, and they're about like a foot to like 2 foot taller than you. The world's a crazy place it is when you get to year 7. You're like, what the fuck? One moment I'm the tallest kid in the school, next moment I'm a fucking midget. Uh,
Yeah.
you're getting lost for classes. You're like, because this is obviously the first time as well that you get a timetable. You're not expected just to turn up to class and sit there and you get taught. It's like you've got to go to maths. It's like, where is maths? And it's like, oh, it's outside over there. It's like, oh, I've got science. Where's science? It's like, oh, it's over there. I've got art. Where's art? And they held all the blocks, didn't they? Adam knows. He went to the same school as me. Then there's IC fucking T.
Whoop.
What?
Okay, these were
Oh,
bastards.
ICT.
They stuck
ICT.
ICT in different blocks. Okay, so you have like ICT, and it's like classroom ICT number 6, and you're going around to all the ICT like rooms because you don't actually know which room you've got, and you're like poking your head inside. You're like, is that my teacher? I don't know who that is. Looking at your thing. Does that look like a Miss Pighead? No, it doesn't. You poke your head and you're like, is this Miss Pighead? She's like, no, that's ICT room 6. And it's like, oh, okay, cheers. And that's pretty much how you had to do it to find your ICT room because it wasn't in blocks. Like you had an ICT room up in near the English block. You had one in the maths block. You had one in the science block. You had one in the arts and craft block.
That's poorly organised.
It was, you know what I mean, don't you, Adam?
Yeah.
See, this is
Mine was more like
this is,
one area. So
this is first world problems. This is, I'm using this as a problem. Yeah, there's kids over in Africa. They're like, don't even fucking go to school. I don't, don't give me this problem. I can't go to school. Yeah.
On that note, thanks for listening to this episode of Talking Through the Hat. This has been Adam, Chris, and Brett with another episode. As always, if you have any questions or queries or just want to get a comment read out on the show, then send us an email to talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. Anything you'd like to
Or
say,
the
Chris
zombie
and Brett?
picture. The zombie picture. Make sure you send that in.
Brett, anything to say?
nothing else really.
Okay, thanks very much for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode next week.